What nobody tells you about mini twists is that sometimes you get it right and sometimes you get it wrong. It took me several trials to land on a method that I liked my twist and to keep installing it that way to make sure I liked it every time. Another thing nobody tells you is that how you care for your twist will be different for you, different for the next person, and how you care for your twist will make or break the result you get on your hair growth journey, especially if you're trying to use mini twist as your protective style. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the very important things you need to note when it comes to mini twist, from the installation to the hair prep to whether or not you should use extensions to the full hair care routine in the daytime and the nighttime. We are going to be breaking all of that down in this video. Keep watching and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing a mini twist tutorial today, and for this tutorial there is nothing spectacular about the way that I installed my mini twist. I didn't really do a lot of hair prep. I just kept my hair stretched in some chunky twists. I took it down to install this twist, so you can see that my hair is stretched a bit, but I did not blow dry my hair. I didn't thread my hair or anything, and it was a bit tangled, but I decided not to do anything special to it. The point I'm making is that for this particular twist I didn't do anything special to my hair before I started twisting it, and this is in sharp contrast to other times where I have had to stretch my hair first or thread my hair first or apply special products to my hair first before twisting, which would in turn lead to me spending so much time on my hair. That's why when I post mini twist videos and I caption it, you do not need to spend so much time twisting your hair or something in that direction. There is something that I have done in that particular video or when I was installing those particular twists to cut down the time that I spend installing the twist. I'm saying this because a lot of the time when I post these videos, people go on there and say things like they cannot see what I did differently, but they don't watch the video all the way to the end. I usually point out the one thing that I do differently, and in most cases it may be things like I prepare my hair before, that's the day before I start twisting, or I just take out one thing or do the method in a different way than I usually would, and that leads to me spending less time getting my hair done. I'm focusing on spending less time because when it comes to mini twists, especially mini twists or mini braids are one of those protective styles that you spend so much time getting them done. There are people that spend days getting their hair done when it's mini twists or mini braids, and the longer your hair is, the thicker your hair is, the more time you would generally spend getting your hair done. But for me, I have made myself make sure that I come up with ways that I get my hair twisted in at most 4 hours, whether the twists are very small or whether the braids are very small. And now I'm going to break everything down and give you the best pointers that will help you maximize your time when it comes to installing styles like mini twists. And I'm going to start with the very first one, which is obviously the most important: hair prep. When it comes to prepping your hair, there is something I used to do before. Once it's hair day, I will pick one day of the week and call it hair day. Let's start there. I'll pick one day of the week to do my hair, typically a Sunday or a Saturday. And from morning, I'll wake up very early in the morning and know that I'm going to wash my hair, deep condition, moisturize, and then style my hair that same day. Now, I stopped doing this a long time ago because obviously it's a very tasking process, very draining. You start in the morning and most times you finish late in the night or even the next day. What I started to do was I divided the day into two, or I divided the process into two. So on the first day, I would do my washing, my deep conditioning, and my moisturizing. If I was going to blow dry my hair for the protective style that I intended, I would do that, or stretch my hair or whatever needed to be done. And then on the second day, I focus on doing the styling. And guys, let me tell you, this thing alone has been such a game changer. I no longer spend as much time and I no longer feel as exhausted. And I even look forward to doing my hair now compared to before. I would dread the entire process because I was going to do everything in one day, and that just made me feel stressed. So that's number one: hair prep. Your hair prep is very important, and it's even more important if you're going to be washing your hair before doing the style. But if you're going to just get into doing the style without washing or conditioning your hair, that's a different matter entirely, and you've already taken off so much time from the hair prep process. Number two, we have whether or not you need to use extensions for your mini twist. Now, whether or not you choose to use extensions is completely dependent on you. It's also dependent on the length of your hair and the look you're trying to achieve. I'll use myself as an example. When it comes to styles like mini twists or mini braids, I always use my own hair because that automatically cuts down the time I spend doing the hair by half. If I'm going to be adding extensions to a style like mini twist, if I was going to spend 2 hours doing the twist with only my hair, I'll end up spending about 4 hours or 5 hours if I'm going to be adding extensions. So I just opt not to use extensions. And because of that, I had to figure out a technique that will allow my mini twist to look fluffy every time and also lay flat and just blow around in the wind every time. But of course, if you choose to use extensions, there are different type of extensions that you can use which will give you different looks. You can use kinky extensions, they will give you a full voluminous look, or you can use maybe attachment or braiding hair, they will give you more of a rope twist vibe. These are just a few options for extensions. Of course, there are others. And then one popular question I get asked, which will make point 3, is how long to wear mini twists for. For me, I always recommend at most 6 weeks, and then it's totally dependent on the person. So whatever you want to do, however long you want to wear your style for, is completely dependent on you. The reason I recommend at most 6 weeks is that mini twists tend to twist and lock the hair, mat the hair. Sometimes you see your hair turning into dreadlock because the longer you wear it, the more your hair mats. And it's even worse if you're going to be moisturizing the twist or the mini braids. Your hair will just turn into one matted mess. Not mess, but you get the point. And another thing is, your protective styles are supposed to help you retain length. By the time you wear your styles for so long, I have people who have worn mini twists for up to 6 months. And my question is always, why are you wearing the style for so long if your goal is length retention? By the time you go to loosen that style or to take down that style and you start to detangle and unravel the twist, you end up losing a lot of hair and it defeats the purpose of the protective style. So if you're going to be wearing mini twists or braids, at most 6 weeks. And one thing I even started to do recently is that I stopped moisturizing my hair for the duration of time that I have my mini twists or mini braids in. And I don't wear my mini braids or mini twists longer than 2 weeks. That's personally for me because I've come to understand how my hair works, how my hair shrinks, how my hair locks, the amount of time it takes for all of this to happen. So what I do is I moisturize my hair thoroughly before I get the twist done. And then if I need to moisturize while I have the twist in, I just focus on my scalp and try to make sure that my twist, that's the body of the hair, is in good condition. Of course, if it's too dry, I will apply some moisture, but nothing too much that will cause excess shrinkage and my hair to lock up. And then the next point, daytime and nighttime and scalp care. This is another question I get asked a lot. How do I care for the twist? I'll just put it out there. I don't do a lot in terms of care because I make sure that before I get the twist done, my hair is thoroughly moisturized. And for my hair, once it's moisturized, I can go up to a week before I need to moisturize again. And that's because when it comes to mini twist, the products that I use for the mini twist is mostly butters. So that really locks in the moisture and keeps the hairstyle looking good and my hair moisturized for a long time. For nighttime care, I usually wear a satin bonnet. I don't do a lot to my edges or my hair. Satin bonnet, I take it off the next day. If I want to stretch my hair, I use the banding method. And these are the things and the ways that I manage my mini twist using very simple, very efficient, but very effective methods.